Welcome to the Once Upon a Read. Oh my god, I keep calling it Once Upon a Reading Vlog. That's not what it's called. Welcome back to Once Upon a Reading. Oh my god. Just roll the intro. Okay, it is week 2 on the Once Upon a Readathon reading vlog. And I am again reading all pirate books. Only this time I'm going to be reading historical romance pirate books. Switching it up a little bit from last week. If you missed my vlog last week, go back and watch it. I read an amazing book and it has become my new personality and I can't stop thinking about it. However, we're moving on. We're moving on and I'm feeding the other side of my romance personality, which is the historical romance side. And I picked up a book. Hang on. I am in my bathroom right now because honestly, summer, I know we're only a week into summer, but already I can't find quiet space in my house. Sometimes you just choose the bathroom, because that's the only quiet place you can find. I am starting this vlog out with what I thought was a historical romance book, but it turns out it's actually fantasy romance. But it's fantasy romance in a historical romance setting. So I'm still counting it as historical romance, and it is The Lady and the Pirate by Bernadette Bowley. I've never read a book by this author, however, the cover very much looks like an 80s cover, like with the sweeping romantic embrace and then the giant floating head. I just live for it. Anyways, I started reading this book on Wednesday. It's Friday right now. I just haven't been able to film yet. It's been a busy week. But I have thoughts already. So this book has started out with a treasure hunt, and it felt very much like The Mummy or like Indiana Jones, because they were going on a treasure hunt. Her ship, she was captain of a ship, and then another pirate ship was taking over her ship again. And she had this map and everything, and then he was gonna steal the treasure from her, and there's a lot of banter going back and forth. They found the treasure on this island, and the girl's sister has magical powers, did a magical thing, and then nothing happened. And then they went back home. And ever since then, it's been just like very flat historical romancy. Her estate is running out of money. She needs to get married. He's trying to find his long lost mother, because he just found out he was like adopted. And honestly, I'm a little irritated. I'm at 60% now and I want to get back to that adventure. Like, where is that adventure? So yeah, I'm not loving it. It is fun. Like, there's a lot of banter going back and forth. However, I just want to get back to the adventure and I'm really mad about it. I just got off work and I was actually building a fence, so that's why I'm really hot. But I just came back inside to eat and read a little bit. And y'all, I don't know about this book. This pirate is making the stupidest decisions, and so is the heroine. She's also making stupid decisions. Like, he's about to go into a battle with a naval captain, right? The captain has found them, and she's on the same ship as the naval captain. But the pirate is like, they were gearing up to fight, and now he's like, oh no, we can't fight because she's on the ship. I can't have her harmed. And his crew, which are like this magical elven crew or whatever, and they don't take kindly to like anybody, and they have been his family, like he's been calling them his family. He's like, we're not gonna fight anymore, and because she's on the ship and I can't have her harmed. And they're like, we don't want to be imprisoned and hanged. And he's like, but I love her. No. No, like, it's literally that easy for him. There's not a thought in his brain, not even a hesitation in his brain, that these people that he calls family, he's just like, oh, oh well. I just can't. And I'm at 66% of the way through now. I still have yet to go back to the whole treasure hunt thing at all. I feel cheated. I feel cheated. I was given something, this adventure, and then it was taken away from me. And I feel cheated. And I'm a little sad. I am going to finish this book. It's not bad by any means. Like, it's not bad. It feels very surface. Like, I feel like there's a little bit too many plot elements going on when they could have just picked the one and went with it a little bit further. Instead, I feel like it's just like there's no stakes. There's no drama. It's just kind of like smooth sailing. If you catch my pirate meaning. Oh my god. And now he's switched sides. He's now fighting with the naval captain. Because clearly his elven crew didn't want to be imprisoned and hanged. So he's literally fighting his own family. Because obviously they ain't gonna be arrested. This is so dumb. Dumb decisions. Dumb ways to die. Good morning. It's Sunday. Yesterday was a super busy day. We had my in-laws over here and we had a party, and I was able to finish 2 books while I was getting ready. So the one I was reading, The Lady and the Pirate by Bernadette Rowley. I ended up giving that one 3 stars. Like I said, I just didn't understand some of the motivations, and it was very surface level the entire time. And while I don't mind that as long as the plot is heavy, you know, or something pulls me into it, there was nothing grabbing me. I think it was just kind of all over the place, so there was not any one plot point that I could like latch onto and believe in. And yeah, it just really wasn't doing it for me. So it was okay, it was fine. Then I read Kidnapped by a Pirate. That one is by Kira Andrews. It was a male pirate romance. And that one was also just okay. I think it was more of a character-driven story, and that's just not my type of story that I like to read. So I was just kind of a little bit bored through it. I did like the relationship and the romance between the 2 men. It was more of like a discovering your sexuality type of story. And it was fine. It was fine. I enjoyed it. It was spicy. But there really wasn't any real plot to drive it for me. So I was like totally just a little bit bored with it. So yeah, so far, not a good start. However, I am reading now No Rest for the Wicked. I started it late last night. I only got the prologue done. So far in this one, Dominic, he's fighting a boy. And he's fighting this boy because he saw the boy hit a girl. So he's defending her honor, you know. And he wins the fight. However, when he goes back home, he's in trouble because he looks all bloodied and bruised, and he's a son of a peer. So his dad says that we should rise above, we shouldn't be using our fists, that's not the only way to fight, sends him to his room without supper. Dominic is mad. He's mad because how dare his dad say he can't fight when he thinks his dad's being a coward. When really he's not. We all know that. And so, typical boy with temper tantrum, he climbs down his room and goes back to the dock to find the girl to see if she's okay. Well, when he's at the dock, somebody grabs him from behind and he's knocked unconscious, and now he's on a ship
being abducted with a bunch of other boys and young men to the West Indies to be sold as slaves. That was the whole prologue. Very interesting so far, and now we're years later and he's captain of a ship and he's a pirate. So I'm enjoying, I liked the prologue. It was a good prologue, even though it was like him as a child, but I enjoyed it. So I have a lot of stuff to do today, including going to my parents' house. I'm gonna take the dog to go play with his best friend and eat some good food, and then hopefully come back and I will be reading the rest of the night because I am so tired from having to be social. I am quite the introvert and I just get so tired of talking. I could talk to the camera, but even after I do that, I'm tired of talking. So I just get exhausted. I'm like, I'm gonna go sleep for 12 hours now, so it is what it is.
We are back home. I did a thing. I literally just told the lady at the Supercuts I need it all chopped off. Like, just chop my hair off. I can't stand it anymore. It's too hot. It's way too hot. I'm like, I've been sweating all day and it's not even that hot outside. It's like 84, but it's really humid. And I just couldn't stand it anymore. So we cut it all off. Even if it's too short, hair grows. So I don't even care, but I think I will love it for summer. It's like I haven't had it completely off my neck in probably like 20 years. So good times. I haven't read much today. I think I read almost a whole chapter on reading sprints earlier, but we have just been go, go, go with family all weekend. In fact, I'm super overstimulated and I just want peace and quiet for a little while. So my kids are on their computers and my husband's in the other room. I'm gonna stay out here, read a little bit and get some peace and quiet and just enjoy this time for as long as I can. Okay, I am barely at 25% in this book, No Rest for the Wicked, and it's just cute already. Not like cute, but I love it. I don't even remember what I told you about this book. I started another historical romance today, and this is the problem. Because now I've got two historical romance plot lines mixing together in my brain. I need to not do that. I have to stick with one. I can do multiple books at the same time if they're completely different genres, but not of the two of the same. I can't. Hang on. We have Roberta. I remember telling you guys that some captain asked for her hand and told her that her place was in the tea party, and she was like, fuck no, that's not. Well, pirates came. She got real excited, but she was told to go down in the hold, and then of course the ship got overrun by pirates and they come back up with these two cabin boys. It's my favorite ever. I love the disguised woman as a cabin boy trope. I just freaking love it. Anyways, she is like the more unafraid cabin boy, and then her lady's maid is like cowering behind her, right? Anyways, they get sent over to the other ship and they're talking down below, and her freaking lady's maid gives away the secret, right? The captain's right behind her and he's like, what do you mean? Who are you? And he knows, right? He knows the secret. They're actually women. What are they gonna do? And he promises to keep their secret if they, because he needs a cook, so the lady's maid is going to be the cook, and then he wants Roberta to be his cabin maid, and they have a kiss. Like, okay, so it was kind of a non-consensual kiss, which I don't always like, but it's okay because she liked it. Okay, it's okay. Anyways, when he said she can continue to be a cabin boy, it was like Christmas morning for her. She's running up and down the ship, doing all the kinds of things, jumping up in the rigging. She's like throwing plates to all the... It's just like, she is having the time of her life because she's never been allowed to like actually like do stuff on the ship. And she is just loving life as a cabin boy, and he's just watching her do all these things and just like is amazed. I am living for it. It's great. It's great. I love how she just is like loving being a cabin boy. On a ship full of ruthless pirates that are gonna like assault you at any moment. Oh, love it. Okay, I'm gonna get back reading. I'm still only at like 27%, and this book is not long. It's like 250 pages. So I need to really make a dent in this today. I'm on my way to work, but I got so far in No Rest for the Wicked, and I had to update you guys on it. It's so good. It is so good. Dominic's backstory, heartbreaking. He was basically sold as a slave and into indentured servitude in the West Indies as a child, at 14. And then once he completed his indentured servitude, he was basically sold to pirates, and those pirates were not nice. Those pirates did things to boys. And it was so sad. They don't really go into detail about that, but it's mentioned a few times. So there's just so much going on. And then the pirate of that, because he eventually, I don't know how much I could say. There's also a secondary plot of another pirate coming after Dominic, and then also Dominic's childhood best friend Nicholas was also on the ship Roberta was on, and they recognized each other, and so there's this whole thing with Nicholas. And honestly, if this becomes a throuple situation, I would not be mad at it, like at all. I'm wondering if that's gonna happen. All right. I want to talk to you about everything in this book, but I also don't want to spoil anything. Wow. This week went by super fast. I've actually had family here, so I haven't had much time to film in the last couple of days. But I'm going to end this vlog with a wrap up, because I ended up reading 4 historical-ish romances for this week. The first one I read was, I don't even remember now. The first one I read was The Lady and the Pirate. That one I ended up giving 3 stars to. It was okay, wasn't my favorite. Then I read Kidnapped by a Pirate, which is Akira Andrews' male-male historical romance again. That one, again, it was okay. I liked the couple, but I didn't really like the story that much. My favorite of the week was No Rest for the Wicked by Lauren Smith. This one was great. I loved Robbie, loved Dominic, loved Nicholas. Roberta was so cute and adorable about being a cabin boy, and it was very adventurous. And Dominic's backstory was so tragic and beautiful, and yeah, I really loved that one. And then also today I finished a very short 90-pager by one of my favorite new authors, Daria Vernon. This is one of her first works called The Sailor's Song. It's historical-ish with a pirate and they call him the Morgan, but it's a mermaid, a siren. And basically he's put in a dinghy after a mutiny of his pirates on his ship because he threw all the maps overboard. And so they're like, you go find the place, the island treasure that they're looking at first, and if you don't die, we'll come after you. And while he's there, even though he doesn't believe in mermaids, he sees one while he's singing and rowing. She is one of the vicious mermaids that, like, she wants to eat you, but then he starts singing as he's rowing the ship, and she is like mesmerized and like put in a trance basically, and just immediately taken with him. And it's sort of a romance, but also sort of a horror. And
I don't know, it was short and sweet, but really cool. Like honestly, it was really cool. So yeah, not a bad week, not as good as the week before. Oh, I did also read 40% of one more book, The Pirate Prince by Galen Foley. I'm not quite done with that one, so I'm gonna tack that onto next week's video, which is gonna basically start right now. So next week's vlog, I'm basically gonna go ham. I wanna find all the real dirty stuff, but I also wanna start getting some attack points because I haven't done that yet. So if you could please, in the comments below, tell me your favorite totally weird, totally wild djinn or dragon book, romance. I don't care how spicy it is. In fact, the spicier and the weirder the better. You could give me some recommendations and put them in the comments below. That would be awesome. Anyways, have a wonderful day and I'll see you next time. Bye.